Hey you guys, I know this is a different intro. Usually I'm on the full on screen, but I wanted to start directly into this video because this is week 6 of becoming a swimpreneur. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to start your website, or basically like the key elements you should look for once you get your website up and running. And I use Shopify, so that is the site that I'm going to be going off of. But let me just click backwards quick. Okay, so we are on the Shopify homepage, and as you can see right here where it says start free trial, that's what you want to click on. Okay, this one has a 90-day free trial. When I started, it was only 14 days. Okay, so they are giving you a 3-month free trial. I'm pretty sure it's because of the pandemic and people are starting businesses. So they want to give you guys a little bit more time to learn how to run their website and make sure that you have everything that you need. So right here, you would just enter your email and things like that. Now, keep in mind, when you are doing this part of the store, the one thing that you want to really look out for is the part right here where it says your store name. Whatever you name your store, that is going to be your login forever, okay? Shopify does not let you change that. Not saying that you can't change your brand name once you enter the Shopify website, but your login information will always be the same. When I started mine, I started off with my old brand name, and I still have to use that for my login. So even though it doesn't show, it will never show to like the public, but that's just something you want to keep in mind. So I created an email just for this. And I put YouTube brand testing at gmail.com. So that is going to be my password for these brand videos. Don't email me. My store name, I could just put YouTube. I'll go put YouTube gang gang. I am an idiot. YouTube branding. That's going to be this page for my trial. And then you just click create a store. And what I mean by you have to log in with that information is basically when you log into Shopify, once you create this, it's going to say enter your store name. And you have to put, like for instance, mine is YouTube branding. So it'll be yt-branding.myshopify.com. You'll see once you start logging in. And then right here, it says, tell us a little bit about yourself. Basically on this part of the website, they are encouraging you to give them information so that it's easier for them to help you set up your site. You don't have to enter none of this if you don't want to. You can just skip it. So for me, because most of you are not already selling, I'm going to go with I'm not selling any products yet. Or you can put I'm just playing around. Or you can put I'm selling just not online yet, basically. So I'm just going to put I'm not selling any products yet. Do you have something to sell? Yes, I have a product. I'll be ready to launch in a few weeks. So I'll do that one. What is your current revenue? Now right here, this is for you to fill out. This one is 0. I'm just getting started. Up to 5,000, current revenue, blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna put 0. I'm just getting started, considering that most of you are starting your brand and you aren't generating income yet from your brand. So I'm just gonna do that. Which industry will you be operating in? And see, you have a bunch of different industries for you to operate in. I'm going to put clothing, considering that, that's our business. And I'm just going to click next. Now on here, add an address so you can get paid. You will add all of this stuff right here. I'll be right back. I'm just going to make up some stuff so that we can get to the next point. Okay, so after I filled out that information, like my name and address and phone number, it's just going to bring you to this page. This is basically like the starter page for when you have just started your Shopify store or trial. As you can see on the bottom, it says your trial has just started, and select a plan. You don't need to select the plan right now because you don't have anything on your actual website. Up here is where you click to go into your account, sign out, and do all of that stuff right here on the right side. And then on this side is basically where you will be using you would be using the most once you start your shop. Now, when I first started, I automatically went into customizing my store, trying to figure out the theme of my store that I wanted so that I wouldn't be, bombarded later on. So it has all of this right here, just in this center section where it says add a product. If you already have a product, you can totally add the product in if you want. I would suggest you adding in like at least 2 products, or if you're testing it out, just pick some pictures off of Google real quick and add it on there so you can see the layout and what it's going to look like. So that's what I would suggest. And then customizing theme, and then adding a domain. You can get a domain from straight through here through Shopify, or you can go on GoDaddy or any other website that sells domains. So I'm going to go into online store. I'm going to click it. It's on the right side. Let me just move myself. Dang, I'm all up close and personal. I ain't got no makeup on. My eyes all puffy. Forgive me. So anyway, this is what the online store tab looks like. Right here, you can see it says the store is password protected. This basically means that nobody can enter your site. Even if you put your website in your, like the link in bio or whatever, as long as this is password protected, it means that only you can see what's going on the back end of your store and what your website actually looks like until you are ready to launch and open your store to the public. So in order to do that, you have to disable this password, which we're not going to do because we are building a website. So they give you the current thing, which is the debut theme. I've used this before. I don't use it now. Mine is pretty customized. And I'm also working with a web editor to fix a few things on mine right now because I just paid for an actual Shopify theme, which is down here. And I'll show you guys these in a second. But if you click on explore free themes, they show you the different free themes that Shopify offers automatically to their users. They have tons of different themes, not tons, it's like 9 that you can pick from. And this just is based off of preference, to be honest. This is what you want your website to look like. I know that Boundless is a really good theme. I've tried that out before, and I think I used it for a few months. I also know that the Brooklyn theme is pretty popular. It just depends, like I said, on what you want yours to look like. And this is why you go through all of these until you find something that you like. Or if you find one that you like in the paid versions of these, you can do that as well. So I'm just going to click on the Boundless theme. This is really good for if you have fashion style photos, which most of you follow me are. So you have a black and white theme, or you can click the vibrant theme, and the layout of the theme changes just a bit depending on if you want the color swap or whatever. I'm going to choose the black and white. I'm going to click add theme to my library. And I'm showing you guys on this one because it's pretty much standard across the board when it comes to how you edit these. So you can pick any theme to go off of, and you can edit it according to, how you want your pictures and things like that. So as you can see, the debut theme is still at the top because I have not yet added the Boundless one that I want to show you guys the tutorial on. So all I'm going to do right now, is click on customize. And this is how the customization works when you click on customize and how you are going to organize your website. So right here at the top, you see these little where the cursor is hovering over right here. This is showing me what it looks like right now. The middle one is how I'm editing it with all this stuff on the side, how the screen fits and things like that. This tab right here is the mobile view. So you can see how it's going to look on your phones when you're editing. So you can see how it looks. Sometimes you're going to click on this and it's not going to look right, and you can go back to here and re-edit it so that you know that on the mobile version, it's going to look right. This last one is the full website on what it's going to look like when somebody browsing on a desktop or anything like that is looking at your website. So right here, you can see that says slide. This is going to be a slide image, meaning you can change the image to a couple of them if you want, and it's going to play in a cycle, like a slideshow. So that's how it's going to look. But overall, this is how it looks before you start adding things. You can add in words. You can take all this stuff out if you don't want it. You can add in products down here. The prices and stuff will show. You can add in your newsletter. You can make sure this stays the same. the YouTube branding powered by Shopify. This can stay the same if you want. You can change all this because this is your footer section. So you can change all the colors and things like that. So I'm going to click back on the middle tab and I'm going to show you guys this side. So on over here where it says sidebar menu, that says home and catalog, what you're looking at when I close that is this menu button right here. You see when I open that, that's basically your sidebar. Even when I open this wide, the sidebar still pops up over here. It's just to give users a different version of not having to scroll, or if they want to get on here and then rush and they don't see this, that sidebar menu will always be at the top, showing the different tabs and things like that that you may add to your website. And another thing before I get into the editing is you see this tab right here that says home page right at the top. This is a drop-down menu as well. The password page is what you can show. When people are talking about landing pages and things like that, this would be considered your landing page. So when I clicked on that and it says password page, you can edit this page to a certain thing. You see how it says coming soon? This is basically where you get people to sign up to your email list because you want them to be notified. You want to notify them when your shop actually opens. So this actually is a good landing page already, but you can totally customize this and make it look pretty with header images and things like that. So if I was to go on here, I don't have any, wait, no, I don't want to load any images. So I'm going to go to the free images. They do have free images. So I'm going to go click on, I guess, any of these for right now, just as an example. This one says staff favorites. Let's see if I can find a good one. These aren't really good. I'm not liking these. Let's click on this one, I guess. See how that image, the header image, will be your logo. You will put your logo here instead of these pictures, you know? So add a logo, it will look cuter. Now, I got rid of that. Now, as far as the content part, where it says coming soon, show newsletter, this is where you see all of this information right here. You can definitely change this to how it says promotions, new products, sales, all this stuff. You can change all of this. You can change this right here. You can change the coming soon part. You can change all of this stuff. It's very user friendly. Now that you know what that is, theme settings, colors, all that stuff, you can change everything, okay? So let's get off of the password page. And again, this is for all of your pages, like the collection pages. If you want to see how they're going to look when you're shopping, you would click on these and you can edit according to what it is that you want. So go back to the home page right here. We're going to start by editing the slideshow and the announcement bar. I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to show you guys that lastly. I'm going to show you guys that last. So when you're editing the slide, you would click on slideshow, right? Because that's the slide. They tell you exactly what you're clicking on over there. And this says full screen and adapt to first image. So if your images are not sized accordingly, you can click on this and you'll see what that looks like. I'm going to leave it for full screen because that means it spreads across the screen and it's not cropped in or anything. You can click auto rotate slides. It's something I like to do. So just let's say someone clicks on today and they're showing one image when they first get on. Probably when they click on like 20 minutes later, if they decide to come back, they'll probably see a different image. So it just keeps on giving them a refreshing image depending on how well your slides are rotating. So this says 5 seconds. You can change it to 9 seconds or slower. I think that's too slow, depending on how long people actually stay on your website. They got 3 seconds. I like to do 3 to 5 seconds. That seems to be a good, range. The overlay is just the opacity of what this is. If you want it to be super clear, super dark, you see how I moved it up to 100 and it's completely blacked out. And I moved it down to 21% and it shows a little bit more. I'm going to move mine down to about 8%. And now for the image that will go here, you just click on the image slide button, which is down here, and you select an image. Again, I'm going to go to free images. I'm going to click on the one that says women's fashion this time and see what happens. I'm going to click on this picture. She's super pretty. And you see how the image is showing me how I'm on the editing mode right here. This is what it looks like when I expand it to the desktop. You see how you can't really see her face, but you can see the jacket and things like that. And then when you click on mobile, you can see the full image, because that's how it's cropped to be. But when you want to click on this one and you want her face showing, or let's say you're advertising jewelry or something, you have to place those images properly. And that's what you would do down here where it says image position. It says middle center, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. If I clicked on bottom center, you see how it moved to the bottom of her image. And so when I open this, you will see the bottom of the image. And click to top center, you see how it moved too far down where you can only see the top of her hair. And when you open it, you can only see literally her hair. So you will have to play around with these, you have to play around with these to figure out the way that you want it, or you can just resize your images yourself on different editors, and that will probably be better. It'll probably be faster than playing around if you just have the right, dimensions. And each layout is going to have different dimensions, so don't get a headache over it. Just work it out. It's going to take some work. Right here where it says slide, you can edit that as well, and you can put, like I'm saying, like my brand name. I'm just going to put YouTube branding because that's what I named this testing, and I can put that. And then the button label, what the button label means is what I would click onto. Right now we don't have any products, so what I would click on, like, see how it says collection, and then I can just put all collections, and the button label could be explore more, and then you would click that and it would take me to my collection page where I'm trying to navigate people to. Or if you have a debut, you could put check out new arrivals, anything like that. And then once you click on it, it'll take you to the collection page. This will be where the products are, where I put all collection. It will basically be your entire catalog, whatever you uploaded on your website as far as a product, that's where this would show. So that's what I mean by collection page. So I'm just going to click back on the home button. I'm going to scroll down, and now you see the one that says action bar. The action bar is right here. They consider the action bar the menu basically on what you're looking for on your website. This says home and catalog. The home bar is basically your home page. The catalog, when you click on that, that will basically be, again, your products. So you will see as you edit, but that's basically what that means. And that's everything that you put on your action bar will pop up in your sidebar menu as well, because that's a part of your navigation. Now, the announcement bar, let's go back up, is right here. If you go on any website and you see this bar, they're usually going to have a promo of some sort or telling you about their shipping and handling, so you don't really have to navigate too far. That's why it says announce something here. Usually on mine, if I'm having a promo, I'll put that in and I'll put, hey, take blah, blah, blah off of your next purchase or your current purchase and use code whatever. Or you could put something like all domestic shipping is free and international shipping is like $25, something like that. So you just, whatever you want to announce that's important, you will put here, okay? It can be something simple as, hi guys, hope you guys having a great day. Whatever it is, the vibe of your store, that's what you would put in the announcement bar. So I'm going to click out. Also, this has a link. So if you're actually linking to a specific product, like your best sellers or something, and you created a bestseller tab right here, you can put, hey, you guys check out our best sellers. They're moving fast, and you'll have a link. And as soon as they click right here, they'll go to your best selling items page. Now, moving down some more where it says talk about your brand. I don't really use this part really. You can if you want. I've seen websites do this where you can use this. This is just something like a blurb. This was like your call to action or something like that. You can literally just put whatever you want right here about your brand. You could say, thank you guys so much for all the love and support that's been happening over the blah, blah, blah during this time. Or you could put something again about your shipping and handling. You could put, especially during a pandemic, you can say, hey, you guys, we are still taking orders. We are still processing. Our processing times has been great. There has been shipping delays across, USPS or whatever, but you can't expect your packages to arrive. Like you could put anything, any type of newsworthy or big announcement can go right here if you decide to use this. Again, I don't really use it, but you can use that for, important things. Now, that will be the part that says rich text, by the way. Now, as far as home page, let me click it. It's not letting me click. Okay, so home page right here is the overall editing of this layout in particular. And it says tall squares, medium squares, enable spacing, show product vendor. Your product vendor would be you. So you don't have to put that. It looks weird when you put that, like under each product, you see how it says example product title and it has a price. If you were to click show product vendor, it didn't update because I don't have any products right here. But if you click show product vendor, what will happen is it will say right on top of here, YouTube branding, YouTube brand testing. Then it'll show the product title and then it'll show the price. It looks weird. There's no point of using that, honestly, unless you have a partner brand. Like if you're collabing with somebody, then you would use that. Enable spacing. See how I just changed when I click that? So enable spacing, it just creates spaces in between your images. And then you can make these big or small. You can use large ones and you can see how it's spread out and it just dropped down. So if you want more coverage on your page, you can do something like that. You can do the wide images as well. You see how, again, because I have large, wide images, it would show up differently. If you have just a few things that you want to put on your homepage, that's how it would show up as far as your products. So go back. Newsletter is really important. You always want to have a newsletter somewhere on your homepage. Even if you have the pop-up version from like MailChimp or different, mail services, even if it's a pop-up, you still want to have the one that's attached to Shopify somewhere on your page. Right here, they have it directly on their homepage. You can also put this in the footer as well when you're editing. If you know how to code, you can switch around a lot of stuff. Or if you hire somebody to do the coding, they can switch around a lot of stuff without you having to pay for a full-on new website. So this can be changed, but you always want to make sure that your email address is very present. So that's basically how you would edit your website, guys. Now I'm going to show you guys the more important things. So let's get out of here. Actually, let's stay here for a second. I'm going to show you guys about the theme settings. So I didn't go over that. So your theme settings, you guys, will be the colors, the type font, how your cart looks, social media handles, your favicon, which is that little box. You see this green Shopify logo at the top? That would be your favicon. The checkout process and things like that. Usually the cart and the checkout are pretty standard. So I rarely edit those two because it's already built out for you. But as far as the colors, you can change the colors and themes. You can see the sales tag, borders, all this stuff, the background of your website. So if I didn't want this to be white, I could change this here and I could change it to red. I can change it to burgundy, green, blue, whatever. I can change all of these things around. The headings are the big bold prints, like the big fonts. So if I want to change the headings to a certain color, I can change them to orange. And you can see how it changed to orange. You can see right here, it changed to orange. It changed to orange right here. The text is what you would see automatically right here. All the type, the text fonts, you can change that to black. See how it darkened up just a little bit. I don't know if you were able to see that, but it darkened up just a little bit. Links and things like that. Let me see if I can find a link on here. I didn't add any links, but you would see like all your little links and stuff that you would add. You could change the color. Sales tag, if you want them to be a bright color or something, you can always put that. The sale tag is basically if you put something on sale, it'll show that it's on sale and they will change the color so people will know that it's on sale. So you can change all those things in here. Borders, line, the navigation, all these things you can change right here in the theme settings. The fonts and everything also you can change. Base size, let me see if I change it. If I lift it to 28, you see how it's spread out just a little bit, not too much of a difference, but it did spread out a little bit. Now the navigation, if I wanted to change that, oops, see how it pops up more, it's a lot bigger. So you can change all of those things. You can change which font you decide to use. I can change this one to that. You see how the fonts, they change however you want them to be. I don't advise doing those really pretty fonts because they're hard to read. and you don't know the vision of all of your customers. So I would make sure that your font is something that's recognizable, something that they can read. If you can read it clearly without being like, or second guessing it, then it should be fine. But that's how you would want to do that. Let me move myself out of the way. And then basically you would save this, or you would publish it. When you save it, that means you just save the theme. So when you log back in, you can continue editing, adding your products without your site being open. If you publish this, click on it. So you want to click publish. Your password page is enabled. It can be disabled after publishing. So publishing means you are ready to open your page to the public. I'm not ready to do that, so I'm going to cancel, and I'm just going to click on save. And my changes were saved. So let's get out of here, and I'm going to show you guys the back end on how you can look at your money, the shipping and handling, and things like that. Okay, so now that we're back on our main page, our main login screen on the Shopify website, once you click that save button, you guys, you have to remember which theme that you actually had, because you see how it says Boundless is still down here. That's because they're still recognizing the debut theme as my main one. So when you want to re-edit and come in and add stuff, make sure you're clicking on customize for your actual theme and not this one. Once you publish this theme down here, it will be the main one up here, if that makes sense. So make sure you remember which theme that you're trying to customize and edit, and then you can keep customizing, and then you can take actions. You say you can preview it, publish it, and everything like that, and you'll be fine. So just know that once you publish it, this will pop up under your current theme up here. All right, so now that we're here and we understand how to edit the website and how to add stuff in and all that stuff, when you're editing products, you will basically be able to come right here to the product tab on the side. You can see all of your inventory, purchase orders, transfers, collections. Collections basically means how you organize your product on your website. So for on my website, if I have all swimsuits and I want to break down the collections into tops and bottoms, which I do because I sell those separately on some pieces, I will have a collection of tops. I will have a collection of bottoms. It's just how you organize your tabs basically on your page. So you can see right here, it's still only showing the home page. If I wanted to add a collection, you just click create a collection, and you can name this tops. And after you name it tops, you can put a description. That's optional. I don't put descriptions in there because it's clearly stating that it's tops. Down here, you can do manually add products or automated. I like to manually add my products because sometimes the tagging system doesn't quite work well. So I don't do the tagging, because on automated, it means that your future products, according to how you list them, they can figure out which tab or collection your product needs to go in. So I don't do that. I click manually add. And once you click manually add, like if I was to have products already in here, the products, it'll be a tab right here where you can click the drop down button, and then you can just click all the ones with tops in it and click save. So like I said, see how I just clicked save right here? I created a collection of tops, and go down. I created the collection, and right here you can see where it says products. It says search for products, best-selling products, A to Z, lowest price, or manually. I click manually, then you would click on browse, and then under browse, like I said, this is where all your products will be listed, and you just click them off. Like just click on the product that you want to add under the top category, and then save it, and then that'll be your tops. Very easy. Gift cards, they just are offering gift cards to all shops. They didn't used to do this. You can sell gift cards on your shop. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to get into that, but you can add gift cards for people, especially as your brand starts picking up traction. Especially around holiday time, you can offer gift cards. It'll be really good for conversion. So this will be where your products are living. Orders is basically where all your orders will show up. So you don't have a plan right now, so you can't take orders. So I can't even show you the page, but this is where your orders will show up. Draft orders are something where you can create an invoice. I do this sometimes for people that have a hard time, or if I'm out and about and somebody wants to make an order, I don't take cash out in public unless I have like change, and I usually don't. So if I'm out and I'm talking about my brand and somebody happens to be like, oh, let me order something, blah, 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 I'll just send them a draft. I'll be like, okay, whatever you want to order. If you're having trouble, let me know. I can just send you a draft order. I create the entire order for them, adding to cart and all that stuff. And basically I will email it straight to them. And once they click on their email, they'll be at their cart for checkout. So that's what draft orders are. Abandoned checkouts, you guys, are exactly what it says. When people are shopping and they're adding to cart and they reach checkout and then they put in all their information, that's when you get abandoned carts. Not when somebody just adds it and then leaves the website. It's when they add all their information and then decide they're not ready to check out yet. And so you have an abandoned cart. Those orders will pop up here. Those orders are also great for conversion rates when you go back and you email them personally and say, hey, did you have any problems at checkout? Let me know, or blah, 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 fit problems, anything, or how you talk to your customer. I have a video about that. I'll link it below. So yeah, that's where this will be. Customer tab is where everybody that's on your email list pops up right under the customer tab, because those are your customers, or anybody that creates an account on your website, like a account so that they can always come back and see what they've been looking at. That's where they will pop up right here, because they have signed up for your newsletter and you can see every single person there. Now, the analytics part, my dashboard, again, I just created the site, so the analytics are all set at 0. But this is where you can see how your website is doing, how you're converting sales, how many sessions you're having every day or every week, or however it is you want to look at it, your average order, your total amount of orders, how many times somebody has added something to cart, reached checkout, who's converted those checkouts. This is where you will see all of this. You can also see a live view. I actually love looking at the live view, especially when I send a newsletter out. I like to see how many people are on the website at once. It's actually pretty fun, to be honest, to see. And I also like this part right here where it says customer behavior on your store. This part, this is where you can see the active carts, people checking out, and who's purchased. It's really fun, especially during a sale. So this is something that's really cool to see. And again, you guys, they have an app. I edit a lot on my app. It's super easy. It works just the same as the desktop. They made it very, very user-friendly. So you can download the app also. The marketing side, I don't really do marketing through Shopify. I actually use different marketing campaigns through my email provider, which is MailChimp. So I do most of marketing through there. And I also do marketing through Facebook ads. So I can't tell you much about this because I don't really use it. But they do have an option if you want to market straight from here and create campaigns and automations and things like that. So you can go through this on your own, because again, I don't really use it. So it wouldn't be beneficial for me to talk to you guys about it, because all of the stuff under their marketing tabs is what I use on MailChimp and Facebook ads. Discounts. The discount tab, you guys, is really cool because this is where you create your discounts. If you ever have any, you create your discount codes right here. You create automatic discounts where people don't have to enter codes and all that stuff. So you have an option to do so. Like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you click on create a discount, like I'll do right now, create a discount code. You can put summer sale or just summer. And if you're advertising a sale, you can say, hey, check out with this code, summer at checkout. You could do a percentage, a fixed amount, free shipping, whatever it is. I usually do percentage-based things sometimes. And the discount value, you can say it's 20%. 15%, 10%. Just say, hey, you get 15% at checkout when you use code SUMMER. And you can put minimum purchase amount, minimum quantity amount of items they need to get that code. You can do it just for your customers if you want, like the people that's on your email list, or to everyone that visits. You can put a number of times a discount code can be used, or you can limit it to one time per person. If it's limited to one time per person, that means it's limited to the person who has entered their email address. So if they want to create an email address over and over and over and over again to use that code, they can. I mean, I don't think anybody would ever do that, but you never know. So you can limit it, or you can just leave it open. You put the start date and you can put the start time, and then you can set the end date and the end time for that code to be valid. So that's what you would do to create a discount code. I'm not going to create one. I'm going to cancel that out. Oops, let me cut my phone off. So that's what that will look like. Now the apps is also cool. This is where you can add different apps to your store. I would have to create a different video for this because I know this is already going to be lengthy, but this is where you create different apps, use different apps to add on to your Shopify store to basically help you with your sales and things like that. So that will have to be a completely different video because that will take some time. I don't really use a lot of apps because I don't need that many apps to help me do conversions on my site because I do most of my marketing organically on my social media platforms. But I do have a few apps that are really, really good. So that will be where this is at. Now back to your online store. Let me get myself out of here. Okay. Back to your online store. This is the pages, the blog posts, the navigation, domains, and preferences. I'm going to click on navigation, and you see where it says the main menu, how I was talking about when I was showing you guys. So main menu is where it says home and catalog. You can add to the main menu, add an item. And remember when we clicked on collections, we made a collection, I would click on collections and I would click on tops. And when I click on it should be tops. Okay, so I named this menu tops. I added the collection from tops and I would click add, right? So I clicked on that and then I would click save. So once I did that, okay, and I go back to my online store, what you will see is now on the navigation tab, it will say home, catalog, and tops. So people can automatically click on tops and it'll be right there in their face. That's basically what that is. Now, pages is something that you want to be able to create. You want to create pages on your page. The pages that you would need are like your shipping policy, your, my mind just went blank. Shipping policy, returns, all your customer service type pages you want to create. If you have a brand ambassador program, you want to create that. Affiliate program, you want to create those pages. You want them to be present somewhere on your page, whether that's on the navigation or whether that's on the footer, which is where I keep mine. You want all of that stuff there. So now that I've done Now that I've finished talking to you guys about basically all of the layout options that you have and how to customize and create domains and discounts and all that good stuff, now let's really go into the settings because I want to show you guys the shipping and all that good stuff, taxes and all that stuff on this page. Okay, so now that we are in the settings tab, which is at the bottom left corner of the main page, click on that, and this is where all of your general settings will be basically for your back end. Now, as far as the general tab, I'm not going to click on that. This is basically where you just update your store title, phone number, all that stuff you'll enter right here. But my information is in there, so I'm not going to open it up, but it's pretty self-explanatory once you click on it. The locations tab is where you are fulfilling orders. So that would be if you're doing it from home, that would be your home address. I encourage you to get a PO box. Okay. Get a PO box or a virtual mailbox. I don't really do returns on my site, so I don't need a virtual site. I have a PO box. When I first started, I was just using my home address. I really didn't care. I wasn't getting that many orders when I first started. They were like very sporadic, and then they start picking up. So PO box is the way to go. You don't want people having your home address. Okay. So I would suggest you get a PO box and make your PO box your shop's location. Plans and permission. This is just basically the plan that you pick once you actually pay for the Shopify plan, whether that's the starter plan or a business plan, that will be under here. Store languages is automatically going to be set to English. If you want, you can go in and change your store language, but if you have a US-based website, usually it's going to be English. Notifications is where you manage how you want to be notified with your customers, whether that's through email signups, if you want to be notified every single time, or when you want to get information from Shopify, like when people are paying for things, do you want a notification when you have an order, blah, 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 or do you want to automatically just log in yourself and check that? That's how you manage your notifications. Payments, I'm going to click on this tab for you. So under payments, basically is what you accept from your customers in the form of payment when they're paying for your product. So I automatically add this one. So you would click on complete account setup. And once you complete account setup, you're going to put in like bank information, things like that, so that you can actually have a payout location. So you want to be able to get paid. So that's what you would click on. For PayPal, I don't offer PayPal for mine. I just have bad experiences with PayPal holding large amounts of money for a long period of time. It's hard to dispute with them because it's like a robot. So I don't use PayPal anymore. I only use it on Depop because that is their only form of payment. So I don't use PayPal on my website. And these are just different alternative methods. I don't use any of these alternative methods on mine. But the one part down here you want to pay attention to is payment capture. And that's if you want to automatically capture payments for all your orders, or you want it to manually happen through Shopify. So automatically capture payments for your orders basically means that Shopify will automatically accept the payment. And then all you would have to do is go in and fulfill those orders, and get them out, shipping and all that stuff. Now for manually capture payments, which is something that I do only when I'm not having a sale. If I'm having a sale, I don't do this because it's too many. But manually capture payments means you can go in, you'll see the order pop up on your phone if you have the Shopify app, or if you're connected to your email notifications, you'll see the orders pop up. And all you have to do is go in on your app and you can say capture payment and then start the fulfillment of the order. So it's easier to do that, especially when you're starting off, because you want to kind of see how things work and how fast it works. So you can pick either. It's just at your discretion, whatever it is that you want to do, basically. Now, for the checkout process and gift cards, I already explained gift cards, but the checkout process is customize your online checkout. This is pretty much really good on Shopify's end. They have it to where it's all streamlined. So if you want to edit this, you can, but you don't need to. And what they mean by customizing your checkout is what you see when people check out, as far as like, I don't think my information is on this one. Let me see if I can click on it. Okay, it's not. All right, so this is the checkout settings, and it says customers' accounts. It says accounts are disabled, accounts are optional, accounts are required. So when someone checks out, basically this part means a customer will be able to check out with a customer account or as a guest. I have customer accounts because my customer base has went up. So I just start offering customer accounts, I believe in December of last year, meaning that you can create an account on my website, and that when you log into my website, you can see your history and your saved things and your list, all that stuff. And you can use this over and over and over and over again. So that way you don't have to keep on coming up with emails. You can just sign in whenever you're shopping. So if it's required or not, customers will only be able to check out as a guest. Customers can check out if they have a customer account, blah, 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 blah. That's how that works. It's basically, are you making people sign up to your website? So that's an option. Customer contact is customers can check out using either their phone number or email. Customers can check out with using email only. I usually do with email. There's no point in me having phone numbers. I do have the option though on sometimes when if I do international orders, you can do the phone number just in case you have to contact them directly. So you can do that as well. To receive shipping updates, customers can download the Shop app. Customers can choose to add a phone number, email to receive shipping updates. That's why I click on that one. You want to make sure everybody on both ends have some sort of contact. Now down here, the options for how they fill it out is if you want them to have your first and last name. Do you need that information? Do you want just the last name? Do you want their address or whatever? All that good stuff. And that's basically how you would organize your checkout process, so how you want people to check out. Another part, billing. That's basically where you get all your invoices for yourself, for how Shopify bills you. You'll be billed for your plan that you pay for, and then you will also be billed during that plan for all those shipping charges. That's why I said in that other video, I'm going to try to find the video and link it below. I don't remember which video it was exactly, but I'll try to find it, where if somebody's paying for something and you charge a shipping fee, that shipping fee, you guys, is not automatically paid for. You have to keep that money into your account, because when you are billed monthly for your Shopify plan, they also go back and deduct all of those shipping costs. So you want to make sure that your shipping is covered. Okay, so the shipping and delivery, you guys, I'm not going to click on it because my address is definitely going to show in the shipping and delivery, but this is where you set up your shipping and handling prices. This is super easy. Like I said, once you get in here, you basically click on the tabs where it says, like if you're shipping US only, you click on the USA, and then you enter the shipping prices. Now the shipping prices are going to vary from shop to shop, so I can't give you the prices that work for me because they probably don't work for you and how you operate your business. But what I can say is that it is super easy to figure out. So don't even go crazy with the shipping and handling. They offer you automatically Shopify shipping. You get discounts with Shopify shipping. You also have the option to do DHL. You have the option to do priority. All you're doing is literally checking boxes, okay? Checking boxes and checking all the states that you want to ship to And then once you do the international definitely costs more to ship. So I would suggest you contacting your local postal service or wherever it is that you ship from and try to get their prices so that they can give you a gauge on what it costs for you to ship internationally from your location. For me, for Canada, I believe I charge $25 standard because it costs a lot for international shipping, but also further out, you would charge the same across the board, or you can switch the prices depending on, how shipping works, especially with like DHL and USPS and the different carriers. It will vary back to back. This is the legal part of your store. This tab, I skipped over files because files is just once you start adding products and images to your website, that's where all the images will be. So if you need to know a direct link for your file or image, you can just click on this tab and it will be right there for you. The legal part is, like I said, the shipping policy, your privacy policy, all the stuff that customers need to see for like legal purposes, that will be under here. You can click on this and it will automatically have something for you. See how it says refund policy, privacy policy, terms of service, shipping policy. These are all here for you to be able to edit. Now for here, you can create from a template or whatever you want, and it will be there. So, whoops, I don't want to go here. It will be there for you to edit. Now, they used to have a thing where it automatically was in there. Like it was, let me see. Okay, I guess it's not here anymore. They probably just updated this, but they used to have it to where it was automatically placed in there. But you can find a refund policy online and edit it to your liking, and you just copy and paste it in here with all of your actual information. And if you have things that are different, this is the time to change it. And then you just add all of these to your website. Usually once you click save and add all this to your website, it will pop up on the footer, which is all the way at the bottom of your site. So that's what that would be. Your sales channels are like your Pinterest, your Facebook, all the accounts that you attach to your website. That would be right here. Now, as far as taxes, this tab, I can't click on it again, my information will show, but under the taxes tab, you basically have your tax information. It's whether you want to charge taxes in your store, how you collect the taxes in your store. This is something that you would definitely just read over. It's not even a lot of reading. You just glance over it, read it properly. If you don't understand it, I suggest you all getting a lawyer that will do this for you. I don't think you need a lawyer. It's explanatory, okay? Self-explanatory. You just click on it and then you're done with it. Sales channels, I just went over that. And import is transfer product, customer inventory, and order details into Shopify. I would never use this tab. This is for very large companies, in my opinion, to where you are transferring products from one place to another and controlling how that product moves. Basically, like if you have a warehouse or something like that, that's how you control the inventory. So you can use this if you really want to, but I don't think it's necessary. So that is pretty much it, you guys, on how to run and edit your full Shopify store. Also your domain. I don't think I clicked on this one for you guys. So when I click on domain, it's just strengthen your brand with a custom domain. Everyone should have a custom domain. You should not be using a myshopify.com once your store is live. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. So get yourself a domain. I think GoDaddy domains are, I don't know if they still have the promo where it was like $1. If not, I believe it's like $11.99. So you can get a domain. You can click on add domain and you can see how it says the myshopify.com one. It's youtubebranding.myshopify.com. This is what people see. Okay, this is what you would see if I gave out my link right now without my own domain. You can buy a new domain, or if you already have purchased one, you can connect it. This was very easy. You just press this button, and then a bunch of different providers will pop up. You click on yours, and you start the process of transferring that domain to here. Buy a new domain, you would enter in the domain that I want. And I put youtubebrandingtest.com, and you can see that they offer it to me for $14 a year. So you would just click that and click on buy, and that is literally it. So you guys, I hope you guys liked that video. I hope it was very informative. I know it's a lengthy one, but I wanted to give you all the information as always. So if you made it this far, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button like right over there. You know, all you gotta do is press it. Make sure it works right over there. Right over there. Just press that button, make sure it works. I hope you guys are enjoying the Swimpreneur series. I will see you guys again for week 7 because we are almost at the point where it's time to launch the brand. If this was actually your process, you know, we're almost at that time. So let's start practicing on those websites. Get your 90-day free trial. Just go to shopify.com. This is not sponsored. I wish it was, but it ain't, you know? Peace.